Hi everyone, and welcome to your assignment 3, the pre-production of your first project, first main project, the e-card. Pre-production are very important, as it gives the emotional appeal to pass your message to the rest of your team. You're not going to be alone most of the time. And even if you're alone, it's impossible to keep everything in your brain and make it look good. What's in your mind might not transfer properly on paper or on screen and look as the same. Okay, so it's very important you go to a very deep, in-depth pre-production. I'll be very picky in grading that one. Everything needs to be there, okay? So you will have to submit a couple things. A storyboard is part of the assignment 3. This is very important, a very detailed storyboard. If you can't draw, it's very simple. Just detour pictures of yourself in that position. All right, I've got a video called detouring, aka outlining, right here that explains to you how to do that. Okay, so you have no excuses. I don't want to see simple cheesy stick figures. I want you guys to take your time and make it look good. And add a little bit of colors to some of your storyboards so you can see the motion where it's gonna go, you know, and the emotion of the characters also. Arrows also to show what's moving and so forth, an explanation of it. That's very important, okay? You are also gonna have to have a narrative part, okay, a briefing basically about your project. It is very important that it is well explained in depth and well developed. I don't want one line, yeah, I do this, I do that, okay? And I want example, all right? For example, who is your competition? Don't just give me a name of the competition. That's too easy. Hallmark, you know, I can do it right now for everybody, okay? That's not gonna work, okay? You need to go, if you're doing an e-card on Halloween, you need to go see your competition card on Halloween, show it to me and show me what you like and what you don't like. All right, I'll be very picky. Also, I want the color scheme and the fonts. And I don't want like, yeah, I want orange and black, okay? I want the actual color showed to me, all right, as a print screen on your brief, and also the Photoshop RGB values of those colors, okay? If you don't show me the color and you don't give me the RGB values for it, you lose points on that. Okay, same for the fonts. I want a sample of the font you are going to use. Okay, that's very important. Another thing I want, all right, is that's when you do animation. All right, if you do animation, which is not really the case right here. Well, you'll do animation, you just won't put sound. Sorry. When you do animation, I want to make sure that the frame rate per second is proper. The frame rate per second is the amount of frame that is played during 1 second to make an animation. Under 15 frames per second, that doesn't work out at all. Okay, you have something very stiff that looks robotic, so it's got to be around 20 to 30 at least. Okay, 20 and probably 30 frames per second to work properly. I also want, which is not said right here, okay, I also want the size of your e-card. What size are you going to use? Most likely 800 by 600 is the good format right now for the internet, okay? So that's very important. So you do that, the briefing, the storyboard, which is right here, okay? And after that, I want a sample frame in Flash about, you know, how it's going to look like, frankly. You know what I'm saying? That's very important. Make sure you actually watch all the video, colors, storyboarding, everything, so you understand exactly how it works and you do it properly. Everything that will not be in the briefing, you lose points. If it's in the briefing is not developed enough, you lose points. If the storyboard is not developed enough, you lose points. Okay, I want a very in-depth briefing and pre-production. The better your pre-production is, the better your production will be. You cannot, a good production is into details. You cannot make a good production if you haven't put a pre-production with a lot of details before. Okay, so make sure you do that properly. I'll take it easy. I'll see you then.